Hey everyone, welcome back. Road to Grandma's Marathon Day 13 is here. I'm Coach Kyle of Freedom Running Club, and today we're going to be talking about that second part of things that you can really be practicing between now and Grandma's Marathon, that more mental side of things, and that's going to be some mantras that you can use when things get tough, especially toward the end of that race as you're preparing for that race starting really at mile 20. So in the last video, we talked about physically practicing carrying everything that you would really want to have on race day. That way you're not struggling with it. Now we're really going to be locking in on that mental side of things. So I would recommend having two kind of sayings, mantras, however you want to kind of think of it to yourself, for when things get a little bit tough, or even just randomly, just like little check-ins with yourself. And I would recommend making one of those check-ins physical and one of those check-ins a little bit more on that mental side. These are both mental things that you're going to be saying to yourself, but again, one of those things that can just be that physical side. Is there something you've been really practicing with your form or mechanics, something like that here in this training block? If you have a coach that's been working with you with something like that, that would be a great way to kind of like adapt that. And it really needs to be kind of like short and punchy. It shouldn't be like a full sentence or two you're saying to yourself, just a couple of words to kind of check in with yourself. I have these type of things, basically just things I'm working on for myself, and even workouts that are getting hard. But in race situations, you really want to have those things because, you know, it's easy to drift in these longer races and have mechanics kind of break down. So if you've been working on something specifically, just come up with like a really short little punchy little couple of words that can help you to lock in mentally. And again, physically, this is going to be very personally for everybody. The last one was too, but are there just those kind of sayings that you use for yourself when things get a little bit tough? This might even be something that you can adapt to things you've been using outside of running, just things when things get tough for you, where you can really kind of like lock in and stay calm and controlled. I didn't do this the first time I was getting ready for Grandma's Marathon in 2024. I definitely utilized this last year in 2025. That was the hardest race I've ever had. I was able to PR and Boston qualify again in that one. At the time, again, PR was my fastest time ever, and it really kind of was one of the things that really helped me in that really hot Grandma's Marathon in 2025 were those two kind of things I was checking in with myself, both physically and mentally, and it definitely got me through those last 6 miles, which were very, very much a struggle for me. So just like with carrying things, you can practice this in your runs leading up to it. That way you don't want to have just nothing new on race day is a very appropriate term. You know, don't run with new shoes, new clothes, definitely new gels or fueling strategy or anything like that. These are things that if you've practiced them here in about the last 3 weeks before your Grandma's Marathon, it can really help you just be second nature. You're feeling a little bit like mechanics are breaking down, boom, you go to that physical mantra. If you've gone to, you know, this place where it's hard, and there's always going to be that place in the race where it's going to feel hard, where you think that, you know, am I going to be able to do this? Go to that emotional, more mental side of that mantra for yourself. So have those two, practice that between now and your race. It'll be second nature. So just like you're going to be out there carrying all of the stuff, at least on some of your runs, so you know you can carry everything and there's no issue there, that you've got that physical and mental mantra just kind of like already on lock that you're going to go to when you start to feel those things. It'll be like second nature, and it'll really help you carry through some of those harder points in the race here at Grandma's Marathon.